All right. So everyone watching, I'm actually live on Rumble as well. If you guys want to go check out Rumble, I'll be doing sharing my screen on there as well, showing you guys the content I'm actually reviewing. Anyone that's on Instagram watching live, you're not gonna be able to see my screen because I'm sharing it on the Rumble platform. Going forward, I do it, and that's that. But first off, just want to thank my two sponsors as always. Old School Labs, number one, been with me since day one. And using my code NickBS. Today is our last day of the sale for Vintage Bounty. It ends at midnight, 17% off. And Alpha Elite Athletics with a big drop in 3 days now, May 20th. All the items are on my highlight reel right here on Instagram for you guys to check out. And don't forget to use my code NickBS if you guys pick up anything. So just want to remind you guys, I'm live on Rumble as well. So you guys won't be able to see me sharing my screen. What I'm going to do is going forward, I'm going to be going live on Rumble and IG each day and see which platform is better. And that's it. So today we got two things to talk about. Number one priority is to talk about the New York Pro preview. But the next thing is the first thing I want to talk about is just Andrew Jack real quick. Andrew Jack's update the last 2 days was absolutely insane. And I want to talk about his physique real quick. And then we're going to get into the New York Pro because obviously it's Wednesday now. And the New York Pro is just a couple days away. And the New York Pro is probably going to be a really good show this weekend. We have a lot of wild card bodybuilders in this show. We don't know who's going to win this show. It could be anybody. And I want to talk about this show. I want to preview it. So first thing, if you guys are on Instagram, you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing on my screen, unfortunately. But we're going to talk about Andrew Jack's update that he put up on IG the other day because he looks absolutely insane. And I want to talk about his physique because I appreciate Andrew Jack's physique probably more than anyone that covers bodybuilding because I know what it's like to be tall and jacked. It's a hard task to do. So Andrew Jack is able to do it. And it's impressive, man. It's very impressive. So if you're on Rumble right now, you're able to see my screen. We're looking at Andrew Jack's physique. And man, Andrew's proportions are just getting better and better. The shots that Andrew was losing this past year competing, the ones that he was showing the most weaknesses on were his side shots and his back shots and the conditioning. Now, he's nowhere near competing. He's still 15 weeks out or whatever he is. He's 10 days into his off season. He's 302 pounds. The guy's fucking massive, absolutely huge. What I did see in these updates is that his side shots are getting drastically better. The thighs are getting thicker. The hamstrings are dropping a little bit more. So he's making the progress in the right areas. He's making the progress where he needs to make it, not just improving the strengths. He's bringing up those weaknesses to be more balanced out with his strengths so that everything is more balanced. And it's super impressive to see how much progress this guy has made in these short little bursts. The amount of progress that he makes in a month versus someone else is years. It just doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense with Andrew Jack's progress, how he's able to build this type of muscle in such a short period of time. It really doesn't make any sense. And it's actually I have not seen a bodybuilder his size, his statue, ever do what he's able to do in this small window of time. His quads have gotten bigger. His chest, if you're looking at my screen right now on Rumble, the fucking chest on Andrew Jack is absolutely insane now. His upper chest is literally the craziest thing I've ever seen. It just doesn't stop. Usually people's lower pecs, mid pec, and it kind of drops off. It kind of gets flat up here by your collarbone. It doesn't make any sense. I've never seen someone's chest be so big and thick and all the way through, all the way to the top. It's absolutely impressive. I would love to know what he does for his upper chest because he had a good chest before, but damn, his upper chest now is just beyond impressive. I've never seen anything like it. I have never seen someone's chest filled out that much on top, except for back in the day. I forget which bodybuilder it was. I forgot who it was that had a chest like that. Doesn't make it. I'm trying to remember the guy's name. Fucking A. He was a good bodybuilder from the 90s. He was super impressive. I mean, like, uber impressive physique. But Andrew is just like beyond impressive now. He's not putting on unnecessary body fat and water. He's putting on muscle. He's not far off what his stage weight was. Now, his conditioning, we obviously won't know if it's getting better until we get to the show. But for now, he's making the right progress. His side shot that I have frozen on the screen right now, if you were watching Rumble, you guys be able to see it. Killer. Hamstrings are dropping a little bit more. The outer thigh is getting a little bit thicker. The entire leg is just growing like crazy. And his calves are just monstrous. It doesn't even make sense how big this guy's calves are. I think this is his first official offseason, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he's had an offseason yet as a professional bodybuilder. I think this is the first one, if I'm not wrong. And it's just showing you how fresh he is. It's showing you how hard he's working, how consistent he is, and how dedicated he is to this. And what a big difference between Andrew back when he first started and now. Like, this shows you that getting the right help makes a big fucking difference. It's not just about like being a meathead. It's not just about, eating as much food as possible, lifting as much weight as possible, taking as much drugs as possible. It has nothing to do with that. So I just wanted to highlight Andrew Jacked physique real quick for you guys because I was just so impressive by him. And I know you guys will be too when you guys are looking at this video because that's just how good he is. He's just unbelievable at this point. And I wish Andrew was in the fucking New York Pro right now because the New York Pro needs some life to it. I'm not going to lie. It's not that exciting. Let me pull up the list for you guys on the screen. So as a bodybuilding, I'm going to call myself a journalist, right? I'm a journalist. I can't even tell you that I know all these names on the list. Now, how frustrating is that for me? It's pretty damn frustrating, I'm not going to lie, because I wanted to see a household name in here, and we don't have one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 guys that are signed up to do this show. So how many people do I know out of this lineup? I know Tony O'Burton. I know Max Charles. I know Nathan Spear, Joe Seaman, Stuart Sutherland, Brent Swanson. That's it. I know 6 guys. Now, do I know the other names? I've seen them. I've seen some of these names before, but I could not put a physique to them if you lined up all the physiques. It's very frustrating to me to not see like Ian in this show or James Hollingshead or Akeem Williams or like anyone that's like a tier 2, tier 3 bodybuilder right now doing this show. This could be a punch to the Olympia and an easy win and a good win to have on your resume as a professional bodybuilder, and to be able to go to the Olympia this year, get an early qualification, and just set the tone for the year. I just don't know why none of the bigger names are doing the show. It seems like to me, over the last couple of years, the New York Pro has not been attracting the big superstars like it used to. It used to attract all the big names no matter what, whether they were qualified or not. These guys would jump into Steve Weinberger's show. And Steve Weinberger is one of obviously the head judges now. Well, he's been, I should say, not now. And Tyler is obviously coming up the ranks now. He's learning. He's becoming more of a head judge at more of the more popular shows. But Steve is still the head judge at most of the shows here. And it's just very frustrating to see these guys don't want to go do Steve's show. It's actually mind-boggling to me. If I was jacked still and I could get in shape, I would have done the New York Pro. Like, I would do this show every year if I was a pro bodybuilder, no matter what. Like, why would you not want to do this show? It's early on in the year. It's not going to fuck up your Olympia. Do it. These guys don't compete enough. And where are all these fucking pro bodybuilders every year that are turning pro? Where are they all? We have so many turning pro, and I never see any of them competing. I just don't understand it. I wish Justin Shire did it. I wish any of these guys did it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, let's go through the list. I'm going to pull up these guys' names because I don't know who they are, like I told you, on Instagram. And hopefully they have Instagram so I can see what they look like. If not, we'll Google them. So Slajov Bonder. Let me follow this guy now, so I don't know who he is. And these guys might have impressive physiques. Like, I'm not saying they're not good bodybuilders. I just don't know them all because they might be from other countries. They might have turned pro recently. I might not have seen them. All right, so here, this guy is clearly an older guy. I think he is. Maybe I'm being mean here. But he's not going to win the show. I'm telling you right now, he's not going to win the show. Wider waist, not that good of arms, not that good of structure, not that good of legs. Good bodybuilder, just not New York pro caliber. Now, clearly, most of us on here that are bodybuilders, I think if anyone's going to win this show, it's Tonio Burton. That's my pick to win this show right now, actually. I'm going to put it out there right now. I'm putting my money on Tonio to win this show easily because he has the fullness, he has the roundness, he has the physique, he has the shape, he has the size, he has the conditioning. He won the Legion Sports Festival last year. He checked the qualification to go to the Open Olympia last year. Very, very, very good bodybuilder. Put together very well. The only thing that people have, let's say they pick apart on him, is the longer torso. But is it really that big of a deal? Not really. It's really not. He makes up for it everywhere else. So that's Tonio Burton. Now, Max Charles, I'm very familiar with because I actually used to compete against Max Charles. Shout out to Max. Max hasn't had the best run lately as a pro bodybuilder. He's kind of been missing the mark a little bit. Hasn't been himself, but Max still does look good. Max still is very, very dangerous at the New York Pro. He could easily walk in and just impress everybody and win this show. He's definitely not a dark horse. He's definitely a front runner to win this show because of his name, because of how long he's been around. But again, he's getting older now. So Max is not going to be as sharp as he usually is. So it's going to be a tough battle against Tonio. I don't give a fuck what genetics you have. Tonio's genetics are unbelievable. All right, so let's see if we can find this guy, Cardoza Leonardis. He's in Texas, so it shouldn't be hard to find. Leon. Does anyone know this guy's IG by any chance? I'm trying to find him on Instagram, but let's look up his name now. Let's just see what happens. Leonardis, this usually works too. Cardoza Delfino. This guy a good bodybuilder? Anyone know anything about him in the chat? I mean, the pandemic is years ago, guys. You can't keep using the pandemic as an excuse for bodybuilding shows. I don't know. I can't find this guy's profile. If anyone knows what it is, let me know. Now, Walter, I know he turned pro recently, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, someone actually said that in the chat, actually. All right, so here's his profile. I'll give him a follow, too. Let's see what this guy looks like. Where's a full physique shot? All right, so here's his physique. So the upper body looks good here. Yeah, needs legs. I can tell you right now, it needs legs. A lot of immature muscle on the legs. Does he have potential? Let me see here. Yeah, I mean, I know it's a little structural issues with him, but he could be good if he packs on a lot of muscle. I don't know how tall he is. Let's see how tall he is. Let's see if we can tell. I mean, little overbearing glutes, like they're a little too dominant. Good hams, good ripped hams. Good structure in his back. I like the way his back looks. Good attachments. I mean, he's not built that bad, actually. He's actually built pretty good. He's just got to pack on a lot more muscle, like a lot more. Side shot, good ham, good separation in the ham and quad. Good arms. Needs a little more chest. I mean, everyone needs a little more chest, but he's got to get the conditioning a little bit better. And definitely got to get bigger. He's got to work on that waistline. He's got to bring that waist in a little bit more. So this was 7 weeks ago. Yeah, he's got to get a lot bigger. Like a lot bigger. But good physique. Definitely a good physique. Definitely someone to keep an eye on. Jason Herbert. Let's see what this guy looks like. He's from Alabama. JH Training Systems. Is this him? Okay. Jason, let's see what he looks like. Looks a little undersized for open bodybuilding. Kind of looks like Martin in the face a little bit. A little weird. Yeah. What show did this guy turn pro at? Does anyone know? Does anyone know what show this guy turned pro at? All right, thanks for the hookup on Leonardo. Let's see what this guy looks like. I mean, he looks jacked there. What does he look like here? Oh, he's one of these guys that wears the hood, the hat, and the shirt. The back's going to be an issue, I can tell you right now. Let's see what he looks like here on the side. Come on, buddy. Hit the side chest here. Good chest. You got to hit the side chest, though. Come on, what are you doing? A little weird. What is this guy doing? Doesn't know how to pose, really. Yeah, I can't say I feel too confident in this guy's abilities right now. He's being very weird about showing his physique. You can't really see it. This is horrible form. Horrible form. Maybe his conditioning looks good there. I don't know, but something's going on with the arms. I don't know. Something with the stomach. Yeah, I don't know, guys. This is an odd one. When people take photos like this, to me, it's the first sign, like, what are you hiding? You know? Like, why are you not showing your whole card? Top 4 in overall? Oh, that's why. He was a top 4 overall guy. Yeah, he just doesn't have enough size. Structurally, not built the best. Not built the best. Good quads, but that's like about it. That's about it. I don't see it. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Mike Haluzzi. Let's see. Haluzzi. Let's see what Mike looks like. All right, so Mike looks, this is 6 days out from the New York Pro, my pro debut. All right, so he's a new pro. Just, again, guys, I don't think people understand how big open bodybuilders are. To me, he doesn't look like he has enough size. Oh, this guy was guest posing. Oh, now I'm connecting who this guy is. He was at the Pittsburgh Pro on the end guest posing. That's what it was. That's what it was. But yeah, definitely needs more size. I saw him on stage with those guys. He needs a lot more muscle on him. Joseph Kevington. Kevton. Here we go. Oh, I've seen this guy's physique. Yep, I remember him. Let me follow him. Pretty big upper body, but again, the legs are just not going to be sufficient enough here. Definitely need more legs. But upper body looks good. Chest, shoulders, phenomenal. Traps, arms, everything's really good up top. Like right here, pro bodybuilder all day long. But definitely needs more legs. Like 1,000%. 1,000% needs more legs. What do you guys think? Repost it. All right. Let's pull up the next competitor here. They call him Leo Cardo. Oh, yeah. Where was I? Oh, here we go. Keen. Oh, wow. This guy looks good. Holy shit. Wow. Does this guy really look like this? Or is this all photoshopped? This looks crazy. I mean, there's not many other photos ripped, though. Wow, this guy's good. I mean, I don't know if his legs look like straight on, though. Let me see if there's any more photos of him. Where the fuck is his name? Keen Woo Park. Oh my God, this is not even coming up. Bodybuilder. Here, let's see what this looks like. I mean, he's got legs. Conditioning's not good here, though. Hams are fucking ripped. South Korean. I mean, this guy looks pretty decent compared to what we've seen so far, guys. I'm not going to say he's like Mr. Olympia caliber or anything, but for a fucking Korean bodybuilder, I mean, he's in shape. He looks pretty good. I'm not going to say he's going to win the show. I think Tonio's still going to smoke everybody, but this is pretty good. This is a pretty good fucking bodybuilder. Like, set up pretty well, too. Not the most, like, aesthetically pleasing guy, but, I mean, definitely is worthy enough of being a pro bodybuilder. Has a lot of muscle on him. And we'll have to see. That's someone I'm going to keep an eye on for sure. Oh, I know Joe Seaman's name. All right, so we know Joe. Joe's a popular bodybuilder in Canada. Let's look up Joe and see how he's looking. Goes by Coach Little Joe. I thought I was following him. I just gave him a follow. So let's see what he looks like. Joe's got to put it all together. Joe has some really good potential, but I always notice there's always something off when he gets on stage. Either his conditioning's off, or maybe a body part's not where it needs to be. Whatever the case may be, right? Now it looks like he's really, really filled out his frame. Like, really filled up his frame. I don't know. Let's see what conditioning he's bringing. Let's see this. This is 2 weeks ago. See, to me, unless the lighting is absolutely horrible, conditioning is not there. Legs, need a little more leg on the side. Upper body's fine on Joe, if you ask me. I mean, the arms really came up. He looks really good here. But he's going to be held back a little bit when it comes genetically because his waist's a little bit wider. Doesn't have the most pop to his chest. His chest is a little behind compared to his delts and his arms. Let's see here. What is this? This is 1 day ago. Yeah, I mean, Joe looks good. I mean, this leg looks a little crazy. I mean, I know he's got this crazy sweep like Cutler has. You can see it's all striated too, which is crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Might be his best look going into the show. We'll have to see how he looks this weekend. Obviously, that's all that really matters. But I want to see a back shot of Joe. That thing is wild looking, right? On his quad. Damn. Yeah. I mean, he's added a lot of muscle since the last time we saw him compete. I'll tell you that much. He's put on a lot of fucking muscle. A lot of muscle. Like a lot of muscle. He was not this dense and thick the last time he competed. That's a big boy, but we'll see what happens. Let's see what Nathan Spear looks like. Well, that's definitely not Nathan Spear. I think his name is like Nate Spear. Yeah, there it is. There he is. Nate's a big guy. He's 6 foot. Legs. I don't know what's up with bodybuilders. They can't build legs. Like, I don't know what these guys are doing that they cannot build legs. He's got an okay upper body. It took him a couple times to turn pro. Very, very big frame to fill out. Good legs are good from the side, just no quads from the front. Back's good. Not the most V-tapered back, but the back looks good. I like his rear lat spread more so than his rear double. Legs are growing. Obviously, he's making progress. They made a lot of progress in them. But just shape-wise, they're not the most best-shaped quads. But he might do well. He might be in the top 5, depending on how everyone else looks. Has an opportunity to place top 5. Like I said, this is not a deep competitive lineup. Oh, you know who I forgot about? I forgot about this guy, Robin Strand. I forgot about him. I forgot he was doing the show. Yeah, he could give Tony O'Burton a run for his money for sure if he's on point. I know Dorian is prepping him, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Dorian's prepping him. He's looking good. He's looking really good. But I need to see him stand on the stage before I give him more credit. He looks really good in photos. I will tell you that. And I'm not saying that's like an insult. I just don't know what he looks like on stage. To me, he looks good in some shots. And in some shots, I'm like, But I think Tony O'Burton's just going to be too overwhelming for everybody. That's the problem. I think Tony O'Burton is just that fucking good. He's freaky round. He's already shredded. He knows how to bring it. He really does know how to bring it. But I like this guy, Robin Strain, a lot. I talked to him. He's a good dude. I hope he does well. I hope he at least hits that top 5. Let's look up Stuart Sutherland. New guy on the scene, turned pro, I think, 2 years ago. Really good structure. Just needs more back. But he's super young. He's got plenty of time. Does anyone know what these lines are on the outer thigh here? Does anyone know what they are? Are those stretch marks? Yeah, it's Fuad's new best friend, is Stu. I would say his legs actually lost a little size here. Actually, his chest has them too. I wonder if they're stretch marks. They look like very raw, real, newly made stretch marks. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to see how he does. It's interesting to watch him. He's got a little bit of a bigger rib box. I don't know what he's trying to do here. He looks nothing like this pose. Ed Kearney, it doesn't look anything like his pose. Yeah, I don't know what he was trying to do there, but he shouldn't be doing these like elegant poses. That's not his physique. He's got a powerful physique. He doesn't have a pretty aesthetic physique. That's just not him. He's got like a lot of muscle and he's compact. So I don't know what he's trying to do. Let's look up Brent Swanson. Now, Brent's been around for a while. I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean he's been competing for a minute. I don't know. Brent's done well in shows, like some smaller pro shows. I just don't know if he's getting too old. He's lost a lot of the muscle in his arms and stuff, I noticed. But Brent's a fucking big dude. I mean, he's very big. I really like the guy, but I just don't know how well he's going to do in the lineup. From a worthy of a top 5 placing, not really, because if this lineup was stacked, he would have problems. Like, he would not make the top 5. So, Marius Tomzuk. Let's see what this guy looks like. From Poland. Good shape. Very good shape, actually. Flows really nice. Looks like he did Toronto last year. But open bodybuilding size, way undersized. I can tell you right now. Just not even looking anymore. I can tell you right now he's undersized. Eric Wood. One more guy. Oh, so I've been seeing him on updates. Okay, I didn't realize this was him. I didn't put the name to him. I think structurally he's built really well. I think his conditioning is going to be there. I just think he needs more muscle. To me, he doesn't look like a pro bodybuilder yet, muscle-wise. Not saying he genetically doesn't have the potential, but needs more muscle to compete at the pro level. Definitely needs more muscle. But The foundation's there. Got great arms, great shoulders, great front relax pose. Just needs a lot more tissue. Just got to keep adding that tissue. And I think he'll be good. You know, fill that chest out. He's very wide. He's got very broad shoulders, wide clavicles. He's got to fill this all out still. Legs need to fill out, but the lines are there. The waistline's there. This looks really good. He has to stop shooting those triceps, though. They're looking a little funky. But yeah, I think once he fills out this frame, a good side chest. I like his chest here. He definitely just trained chest, though. He had to have. Oh, yeah, chest and tris today. Maybe that's why his triceps look all funky, because they have a lot of blood in them, so I take that back. But yeah, I think once he fills that frame out, he'll be pretty good. But I still think he's under-muscled for pro bodybuilding right now. But maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, that's the New York Pro. I mean, unfortunately, we don't have a deep lineup. Unfortunately, we don't have any household names in this show. But it doesn't mean it still can't be a good show. It doesn't mean we can't see a guy come in here and just take the bodybuilding industry by storm. It happens all the time. Now, do I think that's going to happen? I think Tonio is going to set the mark for Tonio at a whole new level, because he had another year to prepare for this show. And I think Tonio, anyone could just like come out of this with all the momentum going into the season, build momentum going into the Olympia, and then make himself a real threat for that top 10 at the Olympia. If Tonio continues to work on his physique all the way into the Olympia, doesn't worry about any other show, I think he can make enough progress from now to the Olympia that could really, really get him into that top 10, like deservingly top 10 at the Olympia. Not because someone was off, like deserves to be up there with those guys, because he has all the potential in the world. He has the physique, he has the muscle, has the conditioning, has the look. Just needs more time. Can't speed that up. So appreciate you guys tuning in today. Don't forget, today's the last day of the sale, Vintage Bounty. OldSchoolLabs.com. Use my code NickBS, and Alpha Elite Athletic has their drop in 3 days. So make sure you guys are online in 3 days using my code NickBS to pick up something. I'll see you guys tomorrow, as always.